welcome back to my channel, Southern Yankee Beauty. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to show you a couple of looks, including the one I'm wearing, using the brand new Natasha Denona Retro Glam Palette. Now, she had come out with a mini, which I have and I can't find. I'll put a picture up on the screen, and everyone fell in love with it, and they wanted to have a bigger midi palette. This is her midi size. These run, I think they're selling for like $69 right now. And they do have little pins. You can pop these out, put them in a different palette, rearrange them. Be very careful though, they're magnetic, and if you drop the palette, they will pop out. So I haven't had that happen with this, but I have had that happen with many of my Natasha Denona palettes because my cats will push them off the table and then the shadows are on the ground. I will say most of them do not break though, which has been pretty amazing. So you have this beautiful color palette that was inspired by that mini palette. Let me just bring it in. I've used it. You can see this one right here. This is probably the shiniest one in the bunch. I just took the tiniest little bit. Probably can use that as a highlighter as well. You have a couple creamed powders in here. You have your traditional shimmers. You have your creamy mattes in here, metallics. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. And I did one look that was more of a neutral look, and then this look is more of a green and pink peachy look. Now this was not called the Retro palette, even though we had the mini Retro. It's called the Retro Glam palette, and this is her Glam palette. So I think it's inspired between this as well as the mini, because I gotta let that dog in, but let me just show you this real quick. You've got these shades here that are going to work really well with that Glam palette. What this palette is missing though is a really deep shade for the outer corner. You have these shades, but they're not deep enough for the outer corner, and they are like a creamed powder, metallic-y type of one. So if you want to darken it up, I would come into this palette and grab like one of these mattes here to deepen up your look. So I think you'll be able to kind of create some neat looks between this palette, the mini palette, and this new midi. Like I said, I believe this retails for $69 now. It is good for 24 months. And I think that's it. So we'll go ahead and get into this, show you the two palettes. I'll throw some swatches in this video at some point, and then at the end, you'll hear my final thoughts. So enjoy the review and the two looks, and I'll see you at the end. Good morning, friends. Good morning. It is a couple days after, Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I'm coming to you this morning. Let's get into this Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I'm going to do a look for you. I think we're going to go with greens. I do have a look that I did that I'll post some photos of. I think I have, so hopefully you'll see two looks with this. I have used most of the colors already. I've done 2 or 3 looks. You typically are going to get a green look or a pink look, but you can use these shades here, these browns, and make a neutral look, which I did. And I haven't seen a lot of people showing that look, so I'm gonna put that in here at some point as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I need some primer, I think, on my eyes first. Here we go. We'll use this. This is the Morphe Eyelid Primer. This is a pretty good primer too. I have enjoyed it. It's kept my makeup on. That was too much. It's kept my makeup on really well, and I don't even know where I got this. I didn't buy it. It might have came in like a box, like a beauty subscription box. I'm not a big supporter of Morphe. In fact, I think they're having some issues right now, but this is a good product. I also do have some Morphe brushes and things that I use that I had gotten, and I really like those as well. So all right, so I'm trying to think, should I do my eyes and then we'll do the face? Let's do that because I tend to make a mess. Okay, so let's get in. So we're gonna go ahead. Let's see, what should we start with? Should I start with pink, or let's start with pink, and then we'll do a pink and green look, kind of. So we're gonna go in with Holly, which is the lightest pink right here. That'll be our first shade. I'm just gonna take, this is a Morphe M513 Fluffy, and I'm just gonna clean it on my switch. Oh my gosh, there's cat hair on my switch. The cats are always on this table because it's right by the window, and there's always hair everywhere. All right, let me bring you guys in. Looks like I got a little something going on with my eye. All right, let's go into Holly. right here. And let's see, it's not really, it's still a little tacky, so we'll see what this does to a tacky base. Let's stick that right in the crease. Yeah, I found too that Natasha Denona's mattes, they work wonderfully, but sometimes like the color is a little darker than what you think you're getting when you look at it in the pan. Well, I thought I got all the stuff off of here, but it almost looks like there's like a different color. I don't know, maybe because my skin's a little wet. We're just gonna bring that up kind of all the way up because we're gonna come lower with the other colors. And then at the end, I'll do, I'll do my hair and show you, like, guys, the total finished look. Well, this is a beautiful pink. It's a beautiful base shade. It blends really well. I wouldn't say this Morphe brush I'm using is the best. It's a little rough, actually. And I can see I need some eyebrow hairs removed. But yeah, this is a pretty, pretty shade, guys. Okay, very good. All right, so I'm gonna deepen that up with Belle. This is a little bit of a deeper shade. It's the same, it's a mauve shade, but you're gonna see the eye look will get a lot darker with the shade Belle. So now I'm using a rougher 16 brush, a little fluffier, going into Belle. It picks up kind of a lot, so be careful. This is kind of just in the same tone. It's just darker, really. It'll just darken, and you'll see the difference between the two eyes. It just darkens the pink shade up. Gives you a little bit of something more there. There, you can see the difference. That one's dark, how much darker that is. So this is more of a mauve. The other one's like a baby pink. This one's more like of a darker mauve shade. And that is a fuzzy. All right. I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to start getting into the greens. So to start, I'm going to take the color Evergreen, which is a dark creamy matte right here, or cream to powder, and put that in the outer corner and start laying this down. Now we may have to darken it with a shimmer in here. There's like an Oz shade that's like really looks deeper, maybe like an emerald green. I don't know, but we're gonna see how well these colors mix. I have not done actually a pink and green look, so we'll see what we get. Just running that through the crease a little bit. And this brush is an e.l.f. brush, by the way. Okay, so far so good. I also ordered Mel Thompson, who passed away. I ordered her version of the retro palette, that she would have created, that she did with Sydney Grace. They ran a special on it, and I just got notification. It took a long time, but I just got notification that they shipped it. So I'll do a review of that when it comes in. Okay, so that's where we're at currently. All right, I think I want to go in with the color Marlin next. And Marlin is a green, a beautiful soft green, right here, right there. I hear my cat's upstairs. We're gonna put that here. That's so pretty, isn't it? Oh, that's a beautiful shade. I mean, you pretty much get monochrome looks. You're gonna get a pink green, pink look, a green look, a pink and green look, or you could do one taupey look with the neutrals that are in here. Those are your options. So you don't have a ton, I wouldn't say, of versatility in the palette. And that's why we do our, right there is why we're doing our stuff later. All right, actually, I'm gonna go into Oz and put a little bit of Oz, which is this dark green. It is a shimmer in the outer corner using the same brush. This is an Alamar Cosmetics brush. And I'm just going to put that down here just a little bit. Because who says you can't have a shimmer in the crease? If we want a shimmer in the crease, we get a shimmer in the crease. Pulling it up right into the crease there. Same thing here. I do think this is going to come together quite pretty. Okay, so then we're going to take Palladian, which is this light shimmer green right in the middle. And excuse my fingers, I had to take my, they were breaking. My fingernails needed a break from the gel. I had to take them off, so I don't have any nail polish on, and they look like crappy doodah. That's pretty too. Very nice, kind of icy. Definitely an icy shade. I would say this feels a little chalky. It's not, this shade in particular is not like the smoothest shade, but it is pretty on the eyes, so we'll forgive the consistency of it. Okay, now I am gonna take this and go back up at the top with that light color Holly, the lightest pink, that first one we did. I'm just gonna run that right along the top again, just to bring out the definition of it. Oh, that's so pretty. Almost looks more peachy on the eye, which is fine because peach and green is actually what I thought the retro palette should be, but it came out pink and green. I will say a lot of kick up, a lot of kick up. Okay, before we do anything else, I'll be right back. I'm going to, unless, you know, I'll put it to music. I'm gonna go ahead and put some foundation on. I'm gonna use the Bite, oops, where is it? The Bite Beauty, actually maybe I shouldn't because I don't think you guys can get this. No, let's use this. They discontinued it. It's one of my favorites. I think you might be able to get it. It's the Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. I have the color L40 in this, but it was on Sephora and I think they were discontinuing it. So we're going to use this instead. I have the Lancome Idol Ultra Wear Care and Glow, and this is a little dark for me right now, but it works. We'll just go on the neck. It's a 305N is the shade that I have. I don't think it says a color. No, just 305 neutral. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put 2 pumps here, and we are going to get the face fixed. So this is more of a summer shade for me. In fact, I need to buy a new foundation because all of my foundations right now are too dark because I don't see the sun, you know. But we're going to make this be beautiful anyway. This is a great foundation too, even though I have the wrong color right now. This foundation lasts all day and it stays. I mean, it just doesn't wear off. It just is so nice. I'm gonna go up on my ears as well just to make sure we're really matching all the way across. I'm gonna put a little bit more here where I may end up having to put some concealer there. That spot just like showed up recently, like a butthole. I didn't ask for it. Could have stayed gone. Could have stayed gone. Okay. All right, let's do our bottom lash line and then we'll do the rest of our face. So for the bottom, I'm going to take this Alamar brush. This, I actually got this in, I think, from BoxyCharm. And I'm going to take Holly, that pink shade, and we're going to make that match. So we're going to go along the bottom with Holly. This shade is super nice, but it is a lot of kick up in the pan, like a lot more than I feel like it should be there. But, you know, you really can't go wrong with anything Natasha Denona. You really just can't. Her shadows are in a class of their own, and they're so pretty, guys. I would, you know, I'm going to give you my final thoughts at the end of this, too. I'm going to also do some swatches of all the shades for you guys. Well, maybe you've already seen them. Maybe I put them in already. The sun's coming in kind of at a weird angle, so I do apologize. Hold on. All right, we're gonna break a little bit. We're gonna go into the color Jazzy, which is like a taupey dark shade, and we're gonna use that to line the bottom lash, at least like the outer corner here. And I'm just rubbing this. I don't know what brush this is, where we got this brush, but it's got little hearts on it. I think it was a BoxyCharm one. Oops, I just got that in my eye. All right, so this is having a little bit of trouble laying down right here. This is one of those cream to powder. I think I need a little more pressure. I mean, it's working, it's just working slow. All right, I'm gonna go over it with Evergreen, which is that first dark green right here that we used, just using the same brush. That didn't give me as much depth as I had hoped, so maybe putting the green over it will help. It is really hard to get depth with this palette. You may want to use it with the other palettes to get a little bit more depth. All right, I'm gonna go in with Marlin, that pretty like green that we used. I'm just staying, because it's all going to blend, I'm staying with the same brush. This is such a pretty shade. Let's see, I got fallout. Back to that pink shade. All right. Now, I want to go in with like the cream. There's a cream shade here. Let me find my right brush I'm looking for. I just had it. Here we go. This is, I think, another e.l.f. Yeah, this was like, I think these were from a set that e.l.f. had. All right, so we're gonna go into Flutter, this really beautiful. This is a super like chunky one, and we're gonna use that for our inner corner. It's a really nice sparkly one. I used this one on the lid in the taupey look, and I really liked it. But it is like flaky. You gotta kind of pat it in. This one is definitely like a different consistency for sure. Okay, friends. So I'll be right back. I'm going to put some lashes and liner on, and I'm just going to put the Milani eyeliner and Milani liquid or gel liner on the bottom and the liquid on the top, and I'll be right back. All right, so the eyes are finished. I am going to put some bronzer on. I'll just use this one. This is the Mora Cosmetics. This is what I've been using lately. It's pretty good. It seems to work well. Actually, I've enjoyed a lot of the stuff from Mora Cosmetics. I am still using quite a bit of their makeup. I know I did a video on Mora if you want to look at it. All right, we're just gonna get nice and bronzed up. Then I'll come back and do my hair and final thoughts about this palette. So we need some blush, friends. What should we do for blush? Oh, I have this. This is kind of like a peachy, this is Benefit, and it's really powerful. So I'm gonna go in really lightly. Krista is the color. It's like a really powerful one, so I'm trying to be light with it. I mean, I like my stuff. I want to build it though. I like it. I like a good blush. I just want it built up. I don't want to go in too heavy. It's very pretty. Look at that. It's just a flat, I think. Like a matte shade. I don't think it's got any shimmer to it, but we'll add our own shimmer to the cheek in a minute. This brush, by the way, is a Rephr 5, this blush brush. Nose. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Let's use our Dior right here. And we will go in, guess we'll go in with this one. This compact, this Dior compact I use a lot. I really enjoy this. This is a great gift for someone. You've got a bronzer, a very shimmery blush, and then you've got your champagne and your more neutral color highlights here. Sometimes I use that pink one also as like a pink highlight if I do want like a full pink look. I'm going into the champagne for the nose. A little bit of champagne here too. Okay, now let's find some liner for the lip liner, and give me a minute, I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to use this Nabla Cupid's Arrow. I don't know if this is for lips or eyes, but we're using it on the lips. I've used it on both. I think it's more lips. And I'm taking this DC Cosmetics and Peach Tea over it. It's a lip gloss. I'll be right back with my hair done, and we'll take a look and do final thoughts.
What you gonna do? I don't wanna be the one who just keeps on chasing you, baby. But You love the attention, but you know, I'm on a mission. Yeah, I know, you love the attention, but I don't do second guessing, yeah. You gotta work to call me your own, ain't no doubt about it. Don't call me up when you feel alone, 'cause I can do without it, yeah. Tell me what's the move? I can't do this anymore, need something new. Show me that you want me to. Oh, I'm starting to get bored, slow in motion, I need more. I'm not your ordinary girl, no. I'm not your ordinary girl, no. I don't wanna waste my time if you don't wanna do this right. If we gotta say goodbye, it's alright, I'll be just fine. So tell me what's the move? I can't do this anymore, need something new. Show me that you want me to. Oh, I'm starting to get bored, so in motion, I need more. Tell me what's the move? I can't do this anymore, need something new. Show me that you want me to. Oh, I'm starting to get bored, so in motion, I need more. I'm not your
Let me share with you my final thoughts. This is my final look. Not best light right here, so stay tuned to the end of the video and I will run some photos of the look at the end with close-ups so you can get a much better idea of this palette and what it can do using a green and pink look together. Kind of comes out a little bit more peach. All right, so first of all, one of the prettiest packaging I think that she's had. Mine is dirty because I've used it a lot. It's kind of 3D. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see, but it's really nice. So I have used, I think the only shades I haven't used, I think I used this one too. I think I've used almost all these shades in here at this point. I wouldn't say that there's a dud in here, but the darker shades are all like a shimmery shade or a cream to powder shade. So it is hard to really build up the depth. I mean, you saw how many, I put 2 dark shades in the corner and it really does, you can't really see the definition there. So, you know, I did go under with this, under the lower lash line a little bit, but it's just not quite dark enough for what I would do with a lid look. This is beautiful for like the spring or something. The colors are really, really pretty. When you want a little bit of a lighter look, then you can do a complete cohesive look with this palette. But during the winter time, I typically like a little bit more smoked out look. Now, I think with what I'm wearing, I have this beautiful white top on from Amazon that I'm actually about to do a review on for Instagram. And I think with this light color palette, it looks really, really nice. Again, her shadows blend seamlessly. This shade does have quite a bit more kick up than I'm used to with her shadows. The cream to powders, they work really, really nice. I think there's 4 or 5 different types of formulas in here. She's constantly perfecting her formulas. I wouldn't really say there's a dud in here. I would just say we're missing a dark matte to really, like a dark deep green or a dark deep brown that was in a matte to darken up the outside edges and really go for a more smoked out look. Overall, I think it's beautiful. I don't think you're gonna go wrong. Some of her shades do, like that pink shade, come out a little bit darker on the lid. So definitely swatch them first so you know what color you're getting, so you're not putting something on your eye and then you're like, oh, that's too dark. But really there's not a lot of depth in here, so I don't think you're gonna have a major surprise in that way. Dixie's outside barking and annoying me, hold on. Okay, so I don't think you're gonna have a surprise in the way that it's gonna be too deep because there really isn't a ton of depth, but you will have like maybe a surprise that the color is not exactly what you had thought it was going to be. Like that pink shade looked like it should be a bubblegum pink, but it looked more of a peachy shade. Now Chopper's barking. Oh, I can't win, my friends, these dogs here. Anyway, I'm going to run. I hope you guys enjoyed the 2 looks that I showed you. And again, photos will be running at the end. Have a wonderful day, friends. Let me know if you pick this up or if you plan to. If you do want to get it, it will be linked in the description box for you, as well as if you'd like, I can pin it in the comments. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.